Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade Classic. Today we are going to be doing the Blackfathom Deeps dungeon on our Night Elf Rogue here. We're going to have a warrior and a hunter DPSing alongside us, with a paladin as a tank, and our shaman on heals. So we are within a pretty good range of levels for this to be a decent challenge to us. These are folks that I found through the Looking for Group channel and tool. And yeah, it should be a really good time. I'm going to do a little cut here and get us into the action. As you can see, we are just arriving to put summons out. We'll grab the quest and we'll get going. Alright, let's turn our floating health bars on here to give us some sight on the enemy's health for when we're in pulling larger groups and need to focus our fire. And this will be a good time to go ahead and apply our poisons. I think I am going to go with crippling poison still on my offhand just to kind of help with any possible runners. I don't think the group is really suffering for lack of DPS, so we'll see how this goes and kind of go from there. I'm going to try to use a little bit of stealth on some of these pulls and come out of stealth with a backstab for the slight additional damage from the backstab. But I'm probably not going to prioritize it on every single pull. We'll see how it goes. I don't really like how long it takes to get in there. Maybe if we start moving forward a little bit sooner, but I think giving up those first few hits from not just running in, I don't know if the backstab is worth it. I don't know. I guess we would have to be just a little bit faster to move towards the next group. It's the "How laggy is your computer?" test from back in 2004. Can you make these jumps? How are you with the mouse and keyboard controls? Oh, we left somebody to fight a Murloc, so I guess we're gonna have to get back and help them out here. Whoops. There we go. Wait. Oh, they pulled something else. Okay, that looks like it's it. We are probably fine just to wait here. I did spend a couple of my talent points into dual wield spec. I had a couple that I was sitting on that I did remember to put in here before we got going. I mean, so often things are dead before we can even build up more combo points and even get an eviscerate off, so I think the DPS of the group is doing pretty well. I think we're fine having crippling poison on our offhand for now. I know we deal with murlocs at some point, and they like to run away, so maybe that'll help in those instances. Yeah, I probably could run up closer before going into stealth. Oh, we're not getting the backstab because that's the face. Well, then again, this guy is taking a little while to go down. The real question is, I have 55 minutes on my one poison. Are we going to clear this in 55 minutes? Because the way I have it right now, I have a re-up on both weapons, right? But if I choose to go ahead and put my instant poison right now onto my offhand, then that's not the case. Let's go ahead. We'll see if we can notice any kind of damage output increase. I don't really know if we should fight her down here. I'm gonna keep an eye on my breath bar and make sure that we don't drown. It would be embarrassing. See, crippling poison could have prevented that. Now, that being said, we didn't end up pulling an ad, so yeah, maybe it's not necessary. Maybe we would rather have just the additional damage.
You should not be here. Slay them.
Definitely want to prevent her from doing all the casts that we can. Oh, that didn't help. We didn't have the energy to do the kick that time. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. A strength sword. Chance on hit sends a shadowy bolt at the enemy. We don't really need strength, that's the only thing. Who's rolling on this? Yeah, we're not going to take it over somebody who needs a strength weapon. I sometimes forget that this can be kind of a long dungeon. There's quite a few different parts in here. But we're moving through it pretty speedily, so I feel like it's going to be a smooth run. I shouldn't say that, it's still early, I shouldn't say that, but that's how it feels right now. Pop a little evasion there since we did pull this guy and still have aggro. Can see the underwater view of this battle a little bit more clearly than from up above. She is getting away. We're not going to chase her down though. Not going to catch her in the water. We'll leave that to the hunter. Well, she froze us just out of range. Look at that. How annoying is that? Here he is. I didn't really intend to pull that. I thought the tank was a lot closer than he was. That was my bad. At least by being far away we avoided the freeze, but it didn't let us get the back stab off still, so... Hasn't really... I don't think trying the backstab has really benefited us very much overall. That could just be my bias because I don't really like being in stealth very much, but it doesn't really feel like it's been that helpful. Yeah, like even to get into here we're gonna have to run just time when we could be DPSing. That we're just trying to set up instead. Well, that's inconvenient. Times when it's very punishing to be a melee character is when you literally can't deal any damage because you are stuck in place too far away from any of the enemies. At least we got froze right next to her that time. Had a few ads there, but we handled it pretty well. Again, with that one, we got pretty lucky. The healer's getting a lot of threat, I think maybe because they're casting their heals so close to the enemy, whereas if they stood back a little bit, I don't think they'd be pulling as much threat as they are as a healer. Maybe that's not real and I made it up, but I feel like as a healer it's usually safer just to be a little bit further away. We've got some incoming. Lots of greens dropping, nothing we need so far, but lots of random drops. Lots of cloth drops. I always feel like it's best to let them get a little ways through their cast, as close to the end as possible before doing a kick or an interrupt. It's really kind of weird to me because we had Bigfoot in the group the whole time, and the dude said he was a DPS. I asked him, he was one of the first people I recruited for the group, right? And then it took me a half an hour to find a tank and a healer. But, like, when I look at what he's doing in the dungeon, like, he is essentially a tank, right? I mean, if you're doing these low-level dungeons in Classic, you can tank with a two-hander if you have a competent healer and a decent group. It's not really ideal, but you can do it. And yeah, that's what he's doing, and it's working fine. And I wonder, like, why wouldn't you just queue up as a tank and could have, you know, saved us a half hour of looking for a tank? Just a thought. That's a little strange. I mean, sometimes the actual tank goes in and handles the whole pull, but Bigfoot's in there as often as not. Which, you know, is fine with me, but just saying it, at that point, go ahead and tank for a group. It's fine. I mean, I'm doing my share of tanking as well, unfortunately. I should be switching targets when I pull threat like this, but if I have evasion up, I'm going to use that, and we should be okay. Shouldn't be too big of a burden on the healer. Oh, that's a nice two-handed axe. I hope this guy needs it. Oh, somebody needs it. Yeah, he does need it. Cool. And now the question is, does he have the weapon skill to wield it, and is he going to use it right now? He's going to use it right now. What are the odds he doesn't have maxed out axe weapon skill after using a mace for so long? I mean, he could. We can't know. I don't think we can know. There's no way for us to find out, right? Talents. I mean, he's in Fury a bit. I guess you could two-hand Fury. Yeah. I just wonder if he has the axe skill. We are gonna find out. It doesn't look like he hit that guy much. He went in and he swung, he was still at 100%. I do need to get a recount or a DPS meter for when we do these runs. I'm just curious. I don't ever want to use a DPS meter to, you know, judge somebody else or their performance or anything like that, but I do kind of want to know for myself where I stand compared to other people as DPS. It would be good information to have. See if we're doing something just horribly wrong. I am gonna see if I can maybe gouge this guy. Oh, I've been disarmed. I can't do anything. Well, that serves me right. Maybe I'll get my weapons back someday. There we go. Just a little gouge. Maybe I'll start doing that. If we pull aggro, maybe I'll gouge and switch targets. Help the healer and tank out a little bit. I am pulling threat quite a bit. That is true. We've got some ads over here. I think we go for the Sea Witch first. Okay, we've got more ads. Please taunt or something, somebody says. Well, I don't think the Paladin has an actual taunt. I think theirs they have to target an ally and then it taunts whatever is attacking them. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, unless it got changed in TBC. I think we're doing fine, but maybe the healer's getting a lot of threat. I feel like if the healer stood back a little bit, then he wouldn't be pulling as much aggro, but... he's gotta do what he's gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I mean, he's even taking initiative to do all the pulls, so I really don't know why he wouldn't have just wanted to be a tank the whole time. We are coming to the end of our rested experience, I noticed, and I also noticed that we are getting full on inventory. I did do my best to empty out my inventory before we came into the run, but apparently, it just couldn't be emptied enough. Which is unfortunate, for a number of reasons. I need to be able to sell stuff to make gold, but I also need to be able to pick stuff up while I'm in a dungeon, so yeah. Drop a couple of seemingly trash items here and keep going. That's three blank spaces in our inventory. I guess we could also drop the fish oil. I know we could sell that stuff. It's technically reagents, but yeah, we need the space a little bit more right now. I don't really want to think about it too much. But I have to say that I have noticed that our hunter is DPSing in melee range a lot. Okay, they're beast mastery primarily, so that's good. I don't really think that they should be... I don't really think that they should be meleeing. Okay, the bow's out, good. Oh, whew, okay, just breathe, Robert, just breathe. It's gonna be okay, man. I keep telling myself that we're doing really well, then, you know, that will be the experience that we have, right? Self-manifesting destiny and all that. Wait, I heard a charge and it wasn't the direction that I'm going. Let's come back up here. Let's do Water Boss 2. I guess there's a boss under the water. Oh, I don't have a kick! No, where's the kick? Okay, did we get it? Yeah. There is a boss in the water, I guess. We just need someone to go in some direction, so... let's just keep this train moving. Guess we should probably wait for the official tank to get some mana back if they want to. Could be a good idea. Okay, wait, is the water boss this thing right over here? No, that's just a deep pool thresher. Okay, not a water boss. Yeah, I'd say the best thing we can do is to keep going. I wish they would kind of range them around the corner here so we can keep them all out here and together, but that's not happening. Alright, it's okay though, we're still good. Oh, we're continuing to pull, okay, let's keep going. We'll see how this group does once we start with all the turtles that run in from the outsides of the room, and if we summon them all at once, or if we do it a little bit more smartly and kind of take our time with it. That could be a point of failure. I think I want to be around this corner too in case, well, I thought we were going to pull them all behind the corner, but I guess we're not. We're just going to stand here in the open and get shot at. Yeah, the best way to handle this would have been to pull them back behind this wall and just kind of move them all over here. We're still in combat back here. Okay, that was sloppy, but we lived, so that's what matters at this point. Maybe we'll take a second here and everyone can get topped off. Oh, we're going. Well, we ended up tanking most of that one, but it's not like he did a lot of damage to us, so I feel like it's fine. Man, so much cloth has dropped. That's good. Increases in damage and healing by 12. Very cool. Kind of plain looking, but most healers are going to wear a robe anyway, or most casters, so you probably would never see the legs to begin with. Okay, now for the part where we could fail if we do too many of these at once. It looks like one of them is lit. Well, yeah, the good news is we're doing it the smart way, so I really do appreciate that. A lot of groups will come in here and they'll just click off all of these, and sometimes you live and sometimes you don't. It really depends on the group composition and the skill of the group. This is going to be probably enough of a challenge for us doing it the correct way. I actually completely forgot that we could be skinning. I don't think we missed too many opportunities, but we probably missed a couple. Alright, this will be the last brazier. These are the times that I wish we had some kind of AoE, but we don't. These guys basically have no health though, it seems like. So yeah, there we go. Not much substance to that pull. For some reason I thought something else came out at the end of all that, but no, I guess that's it. The door just opens. Final boss, then water bosses. Okay, yeah, we have 22 minutes on our poisons. That might happen. We might be able to squeeze that in before we're just like not being efficient at all. I'm gonna skin this one. Oh, was that heavy leather that we got? Oh yeah, I wish I'd have been skinning the whole time. That would have been nice. Someone should, you know, loot, please. Please loot. Oh, you're gonna skin them both? Come on, you can see us trying to skin. You've had plenty of skins all to yourself before we remembered to skin. What about this guy? Will we be able to skin this guy? Stamina and intellect. It's leather, it's just not the kind of leather that we need. And yes, I'm gonna keep clicking on this guy in hopes that maybe we get to skin him. Hey, look at that. Oh, just medium leather? Is that all we got for that? Oh, that was sad. Alright, so that's technically the last boss, but I guess there are a couple of extra bosses in the water back here. We'll see, hopefully the group will stay together and we can get that done. In my typical fashion, I didn't complete any of the quests in here because this one is actually outside of the dungeon. You have to pick up crystals. Fathom core? I don't know. I thought we looted everything, but not really a big deal. I do want to try to run this again. I feel like there's probably some items in here that we could have used that just didn't drop, and there's a lot of bosses, and I like this dungeon a lot. It's actually one of my favorites when the run is smooth like this was. When you have to do a lot of running back from wiping, it's, you know, it's a big dungeon, so it does get kind of tiresome to have to do a bunch of runs back in. But when it goes smooth, it's really, really fun and enjoyable. Let's see, what's going on down here? Okay, we've got Baron Aquinus. Let's go ahead and interrupt that frostbolt. Not much to that guy. We picked up the strange water globe, which starts a quest. The defeated water elemental has left behind a strange water globe. You surmise that the object somehow fed the beast energy. Inside the globe, a putrid-looking form of water sloshes about. The globe itself seems impervious to any sort of physical force. If anyone can make sense of this item, it would be Gen Neo Sakria of the Earthen Ring. He's located at Zormgar Outpost. Okay, perfect. We will definitely do that. I'm noticing that my bags are full again, and I'm not really digging that too much. I also don't really have a lot that I can drop. Is there one more boss that they said? Okay, yeah, we're going over here. Potentially one more boss. I don't want to like get an item and then not loot it because I don't have space, so I'm going to drop this and this. Oh, that's it. Okay, that was the last guy, I guess. They said bosses as in plural. I thought they meant that there were 2 bosses and one that I didn't know about. But yeah, that's the run, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you had a good time. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you did enjoy the video, then subbing to the channel if you want to see more content would help me out a lot. Leaving a like would help. And if you wanted to support me more directly and help me keep doing what I do into the future, then check out the join button on YouTube or head on over to Patreon. But yeah, thanks for being here. I really appreciate your time. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth sometime soon. Bye now.